Hey team, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, you know that this weekend I made plans to reallocate a portion of my funds that I've earned into the S&P 500 and to pick an ETF to invest into. And I wanted to pick, there's multiple ETFs for the S&P 500, and I wanted to choose between the top three. Which one could I invest $250,000 into? Because that's a safe bet, investing into an S&P 500 ETF. And I don't have to worry about losing all my money then. It's like a sure thing that you're actually going to gain from an S&P 500 index or ETF. And so I'm picking between the top three. I'm picking between Spider's ticker SPY, SPY, iShare's IVV ETF, or Vanguard's VOO, VOO. Now, the oldest one's SPY. It's the biggest, most popular one, most liquid. Then IVV came out in 2000, and VOO, Vanguard's VOO, came out in 2010. Now, they each have their somewhat advantages and disadvantages. One of the big things to look at is the expense ratio. Now with IVV and VOO, you're looking at 0.04%. So that means if you have $10,000 invested in either of those, they're going to take $4 a year from you. And SPY's is 0.09%. So that's nice. So it's slightly higher, but really it's like all three of them are virtually the same. Especially let's look at the charts here. I'm gonna say what I decided to do is for this channel, and I think it'll be fun to watch them. I'm just gonna take $50,000 and invest in each one, and that'll be fun to just then I'll see. That's the only way to tell. Is there a difference at all? Which one will I earn the most from? We'll find out in a year, and maybe multiple years from now. As I said, if you don't want to spend the total price, if you want to buy, spend $50, there are S&P 500 ETFs that are cheap. But these are the top three, and if I had to pick just one, I would go with iShare's IVV, and my reason for that is, as I said already, it has a lower expense ratio is equal to VOO. The reason I would pick it over VOO is because I use Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade for my stock trading, and it's commission free for iShare's IVV. So that's why if I had to pick one, that's the one I would pick. But I'm going to invest in all three, so we'll see what happens. And plus the other 100,000, I figure that I've just learned from doing this. That's why making videos about this is so great. Come here, Subaru. Every time I make a video, Subaru wants to be in it. You guys chew on your bones until I start making a video, it seems. Here, come up here. Come here. You can be in the video. All right, get out of here then. All right, so that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to do 50,000 in SPY, IVV, and VOO, and I'm going to take the rest and invest into other ETFs that I think are good. I know one thing that I've seen is great so far is ARK-K, and originally you think the ARK-K is all about the variety of electric cars that are coming out, but if you look at all the shares, it's for another video. There's a lot of PayPal is one of the companies that's in the ETF for ARK-K. So not that PayPal's anything wrong with that, but you got to learn the stocks that you're buying before you buy them. Don't just listen to somebody like me say, "Oh, I think this is going to do good, so I'm going to invest in it."
Stocks are not lottery tickets. There's a company behind every stock. If a company does well, the stock does well. It's not that complicated.